Hey ladies, so I am doing the number 9 in the 15 video tag, your phobia. First of all, I wanted to thank you for all of the support and love and understanding that a lot of you had with my last video that I uploaded about about Deneen. I know a lot of times it's hard to understand how somebody could disown or just not choose to associate with their family members, especially when it's like their mother. So I am truly amazed at how accepting you all have been about it. A lot of people in my life don't accept that, and even though they know about everything that's happened, or at least they know the basics of why I am not talking to her and why I do not associate with her, they don't accept it and won't talk to me until I fix things with her. For a bit, that included my sister. She was not talking to me and letting me see my nephew until I mended things with my mother, which that's never going to happen. So it's slowly getting better between us. We're never going to be like best friends, sisters. That's just not ever going to happen. We will always fight. We will always have issues. Anyway, way off subject. So, number 9, my phobia. I have a couple. One is truly a phobia. Needles. Needles. Okay, so, funny thing about needles, I have a tattoo. I didn't watch it getting done. It's on my lower back. It's my tramp stamp, which I hate it being called that, but whatever. So, I got it done. It was I think it was 19. I still love it. I would still do it again if I didn't have it at this point, and I am dying to get another one or two or a few. But I don't want to become super tatted out. They're super addictive. No joke. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting since I was 19 to get another one. So, and I'm drawing my husband's tattoo that he will eventually get. Anyway, so needles. Literally, I will go to get a shot and I cry and I hyperventilate. I have passed out, literally passed out because of the needles before. I cannot not cry. I just can't. I always cry. I always hyperventilate. I have to look away and keep myself distracted. When I was a nanny, the parents were okay if I took the kids to a doctor's appointment, as long as it was only like a routine checkup and I was trying to keep them away from the sick people. So sometimes I would take them to the injection clinic if I needed a vaccine or if I needed a blood draw. I would take them with me so that I could be distracted by them. I would still cry. I still hyperventilated. I never saw the needles. I don't even see them anymore. It's ridiculous. I can like sense them getting closer to me and I hate it. It's horrible. Hate it. One of the nurses that did a recent blood draw was like, everybody says they're not a needle person. It's not like some anybody actually likes needles. I was like, some people like needles. And she was like, that's not a very funny joke. I was like, well, I was just trying to lighten the mood. And she's like, everybody says they're not needle people. And I was like, no, you don't get it. I'm not a needle person. She's like, well, we'll see. And then she like jabbed me and I freaked out and passed out. So, phobia. Yes. My husband is deathly afraid of spiders, literally. If there's one in the room, he screams like a little girl, high-pitched screech and all, runs out of the room, won't come back in until I kill it and throw it away outside. Yeah. So, Mine is not nearly as ridiculous as that. Thank goodness. I love the feeling of being scared. But I like it from movies and stuff. And I am not fond, I'm actually quite afraid of like fun houses and haunted houses. I hate things jumping out and grabbing you. I flip out. Part of that is because, yay, mom story. So when I was little, Halloween one year, I think I was 6, my mother, Deneen, took me into a haunted house, left me there, and I was stuck. People kept jumping out at me, like grabbing me. I was flipping out. I mean, I was 6 years old. I was already crying and screaming. Who in their right mind that actually works in one of those places would be like, oh, that little like 5-6-year-old is screaming and crying in terror. Instead of taking her out of here, I'm gonna grab her. I think that would be fun. Like, who does that? Ugh. Anyway, since then, I am like terrified of haunted houses. I will go in them when my friends or when Jeremy asks me to. But I try to have fun, and there are some parts that I do have fun, but the rest of the time, I just absolutely hate it, and I'm terrified, and it feels like I randomly get heart palpitations, and it feels like my heart is just gonna seize sometimes. Yeah, horrible. I'm not fond of clowns. Again, a horrible experience as a child. Again, Deneen. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So, needles, haunted houses, clowns are my 3 big phobias. Needles is number 1, haunted house is number 2, and the clowns is pretty far after number 2. It's not really a phobia, I just really don't like them. They're creepy. And then I have, other fears like never having a child, and how that will affect this fun is irrational, how that will affect our marriage, will it split us up eventually, blah, blah, blah. Things like that, which leads into another irrational fear. Am I going to die alone and unhappy with a gazillion cats? Which, if I was alone, bet you me, I would have a gazillion cats. So don't even say, oh, you're never going to become a cat lady, because if I'm ever alone, y'all are going to have to save me from being the cat lady. So, anyway, that is my phobias and fears. So, yeah, I hope you are having a great day. I am loving the BFP explosion. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Kelsey, you are next. And then Brandy, the baby bound, you are close. And lots of baby dust and love to everybody. I'll see you all later. Bye.